July 2001, Colour Palette 2, Black Women in STEM. Back in 2018, I started my own little art challenge, which I did in order to get better at using colours. I dubbed the challenge Huely as it takes place during the month of July, and it's all about colour, or hue if you'd like. The premise of the art challenge is to create images using 5 colours, though black and white can also be used in addition to this. Mixing the colours through transparencies and layer styles is also okay, because sometimes 5 colours just isn't quite enough. For July 2021, I ended up creating 11 colour palettes, but I also tied them to different themes I wanted to work with as well. And the theme for this colour palette is Black Women in STEM. Mae Jamison is an engineer, a physician, and a former astronaut for NASA. In 1992, she became the first black woman in space when she served as a mission specialist during the STS-47 mission. The 2 first colour palettes ended up not only having a similar theme, but their colour palettes are quite similar as well. The one features more blue tones and the other one more purple tones. When painting the portraits, I approached them as though I was painting them in grayscale, but obviously using blues instead of greys. And like with the previous colour palette, the pinky peach is used as a pop of colour. But in the end, I only ended up using 3 colours from this colour palette, as the 2 lightest tones didn't quite work for the portraits. But that said, I did end up using white as the background. Carolyn Parker was a physicist, and she was the first African-American woman to receive a graduate degree in physics. During World War II, she worked on the top-secret Manhattan Project that developed the first nuclear weapons. Her work was centered around the radioactive element polonium in an effort to find an initiator for the atomic bomb. After the war, she continued her studies in order to get a PhD in physics, and while she did finish her coursework, she was unable to defend a dissertation. This was due to her being diagnosed with leukemia, which she thought might have been caused by her work with polonium. She passed away at the age of 48. Like with the previous portraits, I'm also pulling in elements to help show the achievements of these amazing women. I'm using emblems, quotes, and even bits and pieces of their research. And these elements have had their colours changed to fit with the colour palette, and then overlaid the images using different transparencies. Mae Jamison was a mathematician and aerospace engineer. In 1951, she started work at NASA, the predecessor to NASA, as a research mathematician and a human computer. An engineer she was working with encouraged her to undergo training to become an engineer, and after completing her courses, she was hired by NASA as an aerospace engineer in 1958, which made her NASA's first black female engineer. Her work included understanding thrust, airflow, and drag forces in order to improve planes. Later in her career, she worked to influence the career path of women in science, engineering, and mathematics at NASA. If you have any questions about my process, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. More process videos are up on my YouTube channel, and for more of my work, check out my social media accounts.